So apparently, I didn't know this. Hulk Hogan, Hulk Hogan is not liked. I did not know this. Hulk Hogan is very much so not liked. I'm not gonna walk back anything I said about Hulk Hogan. It still sucks that he died, but like, apparently this guy ruined his life because of it.
We had a recent crash out. I like Joey Swoll, by the way. I do. He made a post that was positive about Hulk Hogan, memorializing Hulk Hogan. And he actually went out and he did an apology for making a memorial video about Hulk Hogan.
Just for context, before his apology, he had this to say to the cancel mob.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20.
The best thing you can do, brother, is ignore this. Get back on it. Don't let them scare you away. Get yourself a firearm if you're getting death threats. Call their bluffs. Report them to the police. That's the best thing you can do. Just ignore it.
Years ago and apologize for it. If you're going to attack
and let me tell you why I say that. It's because there was a YouTuber content creator that got popped in the back of the head in a movie theater along with his girl at the time, because a guy that was sitting a few rows back said that the voice of God told him that he had to kill him. That was the excuse. So that's why I say if you're going to be a content creator, make sure you carry a firearm with you.
You better go after
always
the
keep one eye. Always keep one eye open.
That went and posted him as well. Okay, the man
There's
was
a lot of fucking crazy people out there, man.
Nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology.
You don't owe a shit. If you don't think you did anything wrong, the last thing you want to do is apologize. That's the last thing you want to do. You didn't do anything wrong, even if the guy that you were trying to memorialize was bad in a way and you didn't know. Be like, oh, my bad. That's all that needs to devolve into. Don't do a formal apology because you're just giving the people that are sitting there harassing you and calling you names and sending you death threats. You're amping this fire up even more because they know that they're making you give way. They're making the cliff fall apart, and they're going to keep pushing because that's what they want. Just keep doing what you're doing for the people that are there for the content that you make that actually find enjoyment in it, and ignore the people that are doing this.
Days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of
I didn't know either. I didn't know he was bad, dude. I had no idea.
Talked to a few people and learned all of the horrible things that man has done. Also, during last night's live stream,
was he convicted of anything? I don't know, dude. Like, cause like, there's no he wasn't convicted of anything, so it's just hearsay. It doesn't seem like he was convicted of anything.
Person of color, which is.
Do you really think that he's saying that because he's some kind of like secret crypto racist and he wants to use the old word?
So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. In my heart, I will continue to try to make the world a better place.
The people that want you to apologize do not want to make the world a better place. They want you to apologize because it gives them a power trip.
Exactly. They don't give a shit about Hulk Hogan at all. They just want to see someone successful burn. When you're already, when you are where you're at, where you're successful like that, you are going to have people grasping at everything you've done ever. No matter how good or bad it is, they are going to try and dismantle the throne that you've made for yourself. Throne could be made out of junk, but you're still going to have people trying to dismantle it. The worst thing that you could do is sit there and even acknowledge their existence.
For private conversations that got leaked.
Reports that Hogan used racial slurs in audio secretly recorded.
Who the fuck hasn't said racist shit before? Seriously. Like, come on. What fucking society are we living? I know so many of my friends that call me up and like, oh, you know, they just straight up say the N-word. Like, who gives a fuck? Kids used to make racial... You remember back in high school? Like, well, not necessarily high school. Yeah, high school. and, like, maybe even a little bit in middle school, elementary, like, the racial jokes that would be thrown at each other, like, as friends. Who the fuck cares? Seriously, stop trying to act like everybody's on a fucking high horse, man. Stop. You're fucking people. You're not fucking robots. Oh, because he's a racist in his personal life. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Seriously.
I was at the lowest. I never should have said what I said.
Everyone goes through ups and downs. Jesus Christ. It happens.
It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. If everybody at their lowest point was judged on one thing they said, it'd be a sad world.
Exactly. You know, it's that saying, you could build 100 bridges and you suck one dick and you're a dick sucker. It's because people stick to the most negative fucking thing that you do and then never let it go. You know what you do to those people when you see them in comments, when you see them harassing you or emailing you? If they fucking harassing you or they're sending you death threats, you send them to the fucking police. And if they're not, and they're just sitting there being dickheads, you just remove the comment. Just remove the fucking comment. Block the account. Problem
trying to
solved.
cancel them for the longest time. This was just the final straw for them. The mob can't cancel anybody. The only way you can get canceled is if your own audience stops watching you.
Exactly.
And I can guarantee you, for Joey Swoll, one of the best ways to make your audience stop watching you is to apologize for thinking Hulk Hogan was a cool guy growing up. That is insane. Hulk Hogan was an American icon. Everybody knew him. In the entire world, people recognize Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. He was in the Rocky movie as well. He was in the third Rocky film. Like, he's a legend. Whether they like it or not, the thing is he has no criminal record. He had, a little bit of controversy here and there. Oh, he had a sex tape. Bro, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? He didn't do anything wrong. Get over it.
The people that were complaining and crying about Joey Swoll making a post about Hulk Hogan were never his fans. They don't like you to begin with.
They clicked on his video, saw that he was doing something for Hulk Hogan, and immediately started to bash you. They probably didn't even watch the video. They saw the thumbnail and was like, oh no, bash. I can tell immediately, even in my comments, when somebody says something in my comments, and they're like, oh, well, based on this, that's not what that's not at all. But it's like, you didn't even watch the video. Remove. I can tell immediately if you've watched the video or not. You think I'm fucking stupid, but I know. Well, what's different about being famous and being a star and being famous is that being a movie star, that affects how you are. So if you're a movie star, it affects your ability to get into movies. But if you're a content creator like Asman, and what you're saying is the truth, and you've got, Asman he wakes up every day to a new hate thread on Reddit that's trying to get him canceled. And you know what happens? People click on his live stream and they start watching and they realize that's not what he's about at all. You remember that time that person came in my chat and was trying to talk shit about Asman, and I was like, how do you know that? Have you watched his streams? And he answered no. And I was like, okay then. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what he does. You're going based on what you've heard. And that's how he's gotten most of his audience. Of people that have just went to his stream to bash him and realized, holy shit, this guy's based. Sometimes being scrutinized is probably your most beneficial weapon if you're right. Especially if your audience can resonate with you, it's your most beneficial weapon.
Liked you. And
Asman has a joke on his stream. He says that most of his haters, most of the people that are his haters come to watch his stream and they love him. Because it's true. People who absolutely fucking despise him based on what they've read everywhere else, and then they go to his stream and they watch him and they're like, holy shit, this guy's fucking based.
For will. All they're doing is...
The worst thing you can do is give these people what they want, which is to sit down and apologize to them, because then they just get stronger. Ignore them. Don't give them any power. They're like a ghost, man. Treat them like a ghost, because they're nothing. They're the minority on the internet. The majority is your audience. Always remember that. Never let these fuckers win. If you let them win, they just get bigger.
Using this to push you down because you represent something they don't like.
Exactly.
That's it.
And it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has everything about them pushing their own agenda. Because it has everything to do with you being successful. They don't like it. They don't like the fact that you're successful.